All right. Let's make sure everything's working good. Why is that pulling up? Awesome. All right. Welcome to another brief tutorial on Odyssey content for Ironheart Corporation. Just really quick, we're just going over the intro to Odyssey content. If you've never loaded into Odyssey before, you'll be starting out actually in the last station you were at. If you have, but maybe were scared or whatever and got back in your ship or anything, you'll start out in your ship like normal. So, I'm here at Podagos Ring. I'm outside of Ironheart Corporation space, I believe, right now. Yeah, pretty sure I am. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're anywhere near here. But I'll just be showing you a really brief tutorial today on everything getting started. I'm going to go ahead and scroll on down to disembark. While that's loading up, which shouldn't take very long, I would like to remind you that if you have not played Odyssey before, you will need to set up your key bindings. WASD, everything from crouching to running, everything like that. Set it up however you feel the most comfortable. However, my biggest recommendation that I can give you is have your battery set to B and your med pack set to V. I also have my shields bound to C so I can pop them on, pop them off when needed, because it can get a little dicey sometimes in Odyssey content. With that in mind, I have everything pretty much normal, decent sensitivity and everything. And so I have landed. I'm outside of my DBX with a nice little reward from watching the live streams, I believe, from Elite Dangerous on Twitch. And then I'm going to go ahead and find where the elevator is for my ship. Typically, I've seen that if you're facing the same direction of your ship, it's either to your left or behind you. In this case, it's to the left. In order to access any of the services, any of the station services, you need to head on into the main concourse. So go ahead and move on over there. I always like to run, because who likes wasting time? We'll come on up here to these elevators. You also need to make sure you set interaction keys. Super important. In my case, my default is E, spacebar to confirm. Come on into the elevator. There is a point about halfway in the elevator, like you see where that line is, right there. You need to cross that in order for the elevator to start moving. So, if you've never loaded into Odyssey content before, here you go. This is what it's going to look like for you. Here is the main concourse. I also chose a large station so that it would have all the services that I can show you. So, welcome to your space legs. Not all stations will have all services. So keep that in mind. If something's missing, you might need to go to a different station to find. But the 6 major things here is we have Apex, which is your transport, your taxi service. You can take it to certain close systems, as well as anything inside of the system. And even if you use your own ship, you can call them and hitch a ride to wherever you go. The Lounge, also known as Pilot's Bar. There's some trading and missions to pick up there. Pioneer Supplies is where you pick up everything that you need, from suits and weapons to grenades, med packs, and all those fun things. Frontline Solutions, we'll go through each of these a bit more in depth, but Frontline Solutions is where you go to enlist for war and redeem your combat bonds for Odyssey content. Pretty handy. Enter, in my humble opinion, is the rarest one in spaceports. That is where you can buy ships directly from being on Odyssey content. If you're a big role player, that's kind of big. If you just want to sell all your ships, maybe put your money away or whatever, and then build up your funds to buy your own ship that way, it's kind of cool, kind of fun that way. And Vista Genomics, that is where you sell your xenobiology data. Starting on out with Apex, we'll come up here. and we'll talk to the Apex rep just so you can get a good view.
Welcome to Apex Interstellar.
You can book a short range, a local shuttle to anywhere here in this system. In this case, I am in, I don't even know what system I'm in. GR Virginis system. And as you can tell, it's a binary star system. Plenty of options on where to go. I can even go to the other little station that's here, or any of those places, and it'll give me, select a drop-off point. Look, here are the 3 drop-off points. There is the synthetics plant, the manufacturing forge, or the industrial molding locations. And there's a small fee associated with each, depending on distance and stuff.
Is there anything else?
If you want to book a long-range shuttle, you can do that as well. You don't have to stay here. Your options may be a little limited. Let's just see if we can book a flight over to Babel. Looks like we can. 18 drop-offs in system. I've never actually done a long range, so let's see here. How far can we go? Can we go to Kuwait? Yeah, you can. The fee just keeps going up the longer you go. But if you just want to go AFK and have, your shuttle meet you there and everything and take you there you go. Long range shuttle.
Will that be come back whenever you're ready to book?
That's everything for Apex. We'll come on over here to Pioneer Supplies. Now, I'll be doing a separate video on the different suits, what they do, how to upgrade the weapons, yada yada yada. But we'll come here and we'll talk to her.
Shout if you have any questions.
You can browse the stock. Keep in mind there is some pretty rare stuff that can show up in the shops, but that's only one for one player that day. So we'll talk about that later. But here you can buy suits. You got your Dominator suit, 2 primary weapons and a secondary, great for combat. Maverick suit, that's for your general all-purpose. I call it Spec Ops. You're kind of going to need this more than anything. And Artemis suit is what you want to use if you ever do xenobiology. But you can buy suits. You can buy the weapons that are available for Odyssey content. As you can see, some of them are more expensive than a Sidewinder. I don't understand why. I hate it, but there we are. Speaking of rare, this is the rare thing. At this particular station for $1.05 million or something like that, you can buy an already upgraded with an engineering modification Eclipse, which is basically a submachine gun carbine. It's energy, so it takes down shields. I actually don't have that, so I'm gonna buy that. It'll save me some time later.
The Eclipse is a smart choice. They go through shields like a hot knife through butter.
And you can pick your different weapons, and you can see, there's different manufacturers and everything. But yeah, you can upgrade your suits and your weapons here. That's where you would buy any of those. If you come on back,
anything else you need?
That's browsing the stock. If you look at the consumables, you can find medkits, energy cells, shield disrupt. Your 3 types of grenades, your energy cells. Always make sure to just try and restock after a bit of time, because nothing sucks than going to hit your med pack and realize you don't have any because you ran out. So about every 20 missions or so, just browse in, make sure you're stocked up. E-breaches are very hard to find. They're very important, and they're also illegal. So don't get scanned carrying one. Those are super important for a lot of stuff involving Odyssey content. I recommend having a nice healthy supply of those on hand, especially, maybe scout out a base before you hit it or raid it or whatever. See if you need an e-breach. If you need one, grab one at that point.
Appreciate the business.
That's Pioneer Supplies. So here is the Pilot's Lounge. Now you can't actually get a drink. If I remember right, the devs said they'd have to reevaluate the game, like have it like here in the United States, it's rated T for teen. In other countries, it's rated different. I heard that's kind of why, and it would be a lot of money and cost, so let's not do that. There's a lot of mission providers. We'll talk about that towards the end. But here is the bartender.
So, may I be of service today?
Bartenders are very handy, and I wish I would have known about them sooner in my Odyssey content journey. They have a lot of the supplies that you need for upgrading and engineering your Odyssey equipment. You select which type. They're just like data brokers or manufactured or raw traders. Here's a list of what they offer. Here's the cost for each one, how many you have in your inventory. I'm getting really close to capacity, so I really need to offload these. Offload some stuff, but the stuff that I need, like, I already pretty much have anyways. So you go through this, like, look, carbon fiber, all of these things are what you need to upgrade your suits and your weapons, as well as purchase upgrades for them later. So it's really handy. Let's see, what do I need? Just to show you guys a bit about how it works. I know I need tungsten carbide or titanium plating. I think I need more titanium plating. So let's say I need titanium plating. I can only trade tech items for tech, circuits for circuits, etc. And there's no data trader that I've found. So data is definitely, downloading from ports and stuff. That's going to be the hardest thing for you to get. But let's say I need titanium plating. I need 11 barter cost in order to get one. And I don't want to get rid of carbon fiber. I have a lot of weapon components. Those are rare. But that's basically how it works. Is you just say, I want to add 2 of these. For 12, that means I get 1. Now keep in mind, you do not get to bank your excess. So try to end it on an even number for whatever it is you're trading. Now, in Odyssey content,
Whatever you sell, I can handle it.
you will get a ton of stuff that you probably don't actually need. And it's great to offload. It's never going to make you a ton of money, but it's a great way to get some money. So scrolling through here, you can see everything that's in my inventory. This is all on your ship. Like oxygenic bacteria. I don't know if I've ever used those or needed those, so I'm going to sell some of those. Electromagnet, I don't think there's any reason for me to have 39 of them. That's ridiculous. Ion battery, oof. Let's sell 20 of those just to free up some inventory space. Don't ever sell your weapon components. I have a lot of stuff from old missions that I really need to go through and clear out. Californium, I've never seen it used or anything. So I get it, I sell it, it's big money. 100,000 per pickup. Fabulous. G-meds, get them all the time. Don't need those. Health monitors, I actually need for a lot of suit upgrades, so I'm actually okay with having 94 of those. I've been hoarding those for quite a while. Synthetic genome seems a little rare. I don't know if I need those. I'm actually going to hold on to that. Genetic repair meds, building schematics, I know I need those. True form fossil, I'll sell a few of those. But yeah, so you just go through, see what you have, maybe offload some stuff that you don't really need, make some money. Like I'm already at 1.1 million. So I have made back what I spent for that gun there. Liquefied gas, don't need those. Degraded power regs, power regulators, don't sell those either. And like I said, data is the one thing you can't trade for. I would never sell it. Never. It's so important. Especially weapon schematics, suit schematics. Just don't. You're gonna need it. But yeah. And it's the hardest thing to get. So there's not a lot of data ports, and they don't always have what you need. So for 1.5 million, I'm just gonna go ahead and confirm sale.
Just what I was looking for.
There we go.
A pleasure, Commander.
And that's how everything works with the bar. Coming on over here, like I said, Interastra. Very rare thing in my opinion.
More about our ships, just ask.
Come on up.
Okay, let's see if we can find you the perfect ship. I'm here if you have any questions.
This is where you can manage your entire fleet. I have all my ships almost on a carrier. Almost all my ships on a carrier. I think I have a couple here or close by. Nope. Yeah, a couple are decently nearby, but nothing really close. If you want to purchase a ship, congrats. Scroll through. It'll show you everything that you would normally be able to see. Wow, these prices are high. Woof. Yeah, expensive. So, that's Interastra.
No need to rush. Come back when you're ready.
And like I said, rarest thing. I very rarely see this in a ship, in a port. Can you guys get out of the way? Stupid idiots. Alright, welcome to Vista Genomics. This is where you can make a lot of money if you start doing it. We even have a guide on our Discord page for it.
You wish to
come on
contribute
up.
to Vista Genomics. Excellent.
You got organic
Research is
data?
always welcome
I
fresh
don't.
data.
You can get some more information about that.
Anything more to share? Please do return when you have some organic data to share.
And I'm finding Vista Genomics in a lot of places. I very rarely do it. I sold, I think, maybe one or two things ever and got promoted to mostly clueless or directionless. But anyways, finally, we've got Frontline Solutions. This is the fun stuff.
The system's in peacetime, soldier. I got nothing for you.
So, if there is a war in the system, you can come on up and talk to Frontline Solutions. They'll be like, hey, there's a war going on. You can choose your location. And I have a video already about that posted on up. So you can follow that. And this is also where you redeem combat bonds.
I'm sure one of the factions will pick us.
So, and these elevators back here are where you would go to get on a combat zone dropship. And for Apex, their elevators are right behind there. So we just did a big old loop-de-loop of this station here. Now I'm going to show you a little bit about the missions. You can come on up. Any one of these terminals, there's tons of them all around. You can come on up, interact. You can work on yourself, edit the loadouts on your suits and your weapons, vehicle extras, your holo, whatever you want to do, you can do it from right there. You can see the local mission board, and this is where, you can go through everything and see who it is you want to work for and everything. I'll be making a few videos about these different mission types. And your administrative contact, same as like if you were in your ship. So, on top of the terminals, you will also, like we've seen, see these mission providers all around the station. You can come on up and talk to them. Most of their missions are illegal. Keep that in mind.
I know it seems like a bloody business, but it has to be done.
So this guy wants me to go and kill a whole bunch of people. Show me the
so here's the job
details.
specifics.
Where to go? It's kind of far away. Who I'm killing? How many people I'm killing? How much do I want? How much? Ooh, excuse me. How much is he willing to pay me? Let's say I want to discuss payment.
I thought this might happen.
So looking at this guy, there are quite a few factors that go into your negotiating. It's based on your reputation with the missions provider. I mean, you can read all this right in front of me. And your mercenary rank. That's pretty much it. And then you can see, what it is they're willing to do for you.
Job's still open if you change your
And
mind.
there you go. With the mission providers in the station, you can haggle. With the terminal missions, you cannot. And some of the terminal missions will require you to have your own ship. Some of them won't. Just depends. You can Apex shuttle the crap out of a lot of Odyssey missions. If they're salvage or like, you know, pick this up from a crash site, you need your own ship. So, all in all, that is the intro to Odyssey content. Remember to have everything bound correctly. I recommend having mouse 2 as your zoom on your weapon, mouse 1 obviously to fire. I also recommend you, especially if you're interested in war, having your primary weapon switch. I recommend having it bound to your wheel, so that way you can take down shields, one quick scroll of the wheel, take down health. It's just like shooting enemy ships. Thermals work great against shields. Kinetic works great against health. There is a third weapon type, and 4 if you count missiles. There is a third weapon type called plasma, which will do damage regardless if it's shields or body shots, kinetic shots, health shots. But it does significantly less damage, I've found. A grade 5 plasma rifle would typically only mirror a grade 3 for damage in laser or kinetic. So just keep that in mind. But alrighty guys, that is all I'm going to put in this video. Thanks for watching.